In a world where every single detail must be discussed, last time on Real Talk and Banter, the host committed to a shocking cinematic breakdown. Act 1. A deep dive into Austrian actors losing awards to fictional prep school wizards. Act 2. A 2-minute interrogation into the historical breast sizing of French royalty.
With their heads!
Act 3. A critical minute-and-a-half probe into the identity of a narrator who barely speaks.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
The tangents became the episode. The runtime became a nightmare. The conversation was fractured. Prepare for the continuation of these utterly crucial discussions.
Yeah, so, I mean, of course, not being of either, either German or British, at first you didn't really understand what was happening.
I like that, though.
Of why it fell apart. All I knew as a watcher was that tension. You could feel the tension increase almost immediately after he ordered the drink. So I thought at first maybe he ordered a drink that German people don't typically like, but then I was
I thought too.
Scotch, but I don't, I'm not a big drinker, so I'm like, I don't know if that's a big deal or not. But you could feel everybody except for the British guy. He didn't know.
He had
what
no
happened
idea
yet. So he was just like, whatever. But you could feel everybody kind of, even Stiglitz, because you mostly see Stiglitz, you don't see the other guy. You can see him kind of sit up a little bit more. You could hear Bridget's voice when she's talking. She starts to tremble. Her voice is low. Everybody in the room, minus the people in the back who might not have heard it. Even the bartenders, because he did it at the bartender, so the bartender knew too. Everybody knew except for this guy, and he was like, ugh, that's not good.
yeah. And I mean, and what proceeded to happen was, well, no, I don't want to. You're right. I don't want to jump it. I like that they didn't tell us right away. We don't find out until after the aftermath of everything why it happened.
Right.
Which was great because it would have slowed the pacing down and it would have cut the tension because somebody would have had to stop and been like, "Oh, you held the number 3 up incorrectly." Like that just wasn't. Weird. Yeah. So. Yeah.
All we know is all of a sudden one dude has a gun pointed at his nuts, the other guy got a gun pointed at his nuts, and then he just starts speaking, in an English accent. He's like,
fuck it.
I know this is probably the last thing I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna speak in my native tongue, which was
drink the scotch.
He's like, stum the waist, good scotch, and I was like, he knew what was gonna happen. So from that point, I assumed that there was gonna be no survivors because he broke character. He broke his he burned his alias. So I assumed. So I wasn't too surprised that everybody essentially died, except for, of course, Bridget. Yeah. But I assumed nobody was gonna make it because he broke his alias like that.
Yeah, I mean the whole shootout, because essentially it erupted into a big shootout, and my jaw was just in my lap the entire time. I couldn't believe that one because how I feel about Fassbender, he's not a nobody, or not. Let me not say nobody. He's a big actor. He's a good actor, So and a very talented one. So he's literally in one chapter of this movie. Now he is in like every scene of that chapter. So it's not like he's wasted per se. He's definitely the main character of that scene and is able to get a lot of film screen time and do a lot for the movie, but for him to get killed and then
he's young Magneto, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look at me, X-Men. Ah!
Yes. Yeah. Oh wow. Yes, he was. He's also David in Alien, Prometheus, and Covenant.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, I distracted you.
And one last thing.
Okay. I didn't mean for you to fangirl.
No. Well, this is a bad one. He was in that Assassin's Creed movie. That bad Assassin's Creed movie. You never see that, or?
Movie.
They made an Assassin's Creed movie. It was not good. Anyway.
Oh, that's why I skipped it. I was like, trash.
It was tough. And then Stiglitz died, which, man, like, we spent so much time talking about how they rescued Brooke Stiglitz out of prison, and we didn't see Stiglitz kill any Jews. Sorry, not Jews, Nazis in present day. I guess aside from whoever he ended up shooting there, it was all flashbacks. Yeah. You know, he didn't really get. So they hyped up these bastards so much, brought in High Cox and everything, and even Bridget when we thought she was dead for a little bit. You know, and it was funny to me because I told you my first note was, damn, this cast is so big, and then they kind of thinned it out like right away.
Immediately. You know, like, is there anyone left? I didn't know who was left at that point because I was like, all right.
You know, and then so now Brad Pitt comes in to close out the scene essentially and put a bow on it, right? And he does have that face off with Wilhelm, and has to talk him down so that he doesn't kill Bridget, because he needs Bridget alive. He needs to know what happened in that bar. He needs to know what information Bridget had. He cannot let Wilhelm kill Bridget, you know?
Right.
So he talks Wilhelm down. It takes a while, and he's like, oh, you know, they agree to no guns, but of course Wilhelm still has his gun. And Brad Pitt, Aldo, I want to use his name. Lieutenant Aldo says, hey, we did not agree to a Mexican standoff. And he's like, this is not a Mexican standoff. You don't have a gun. He said, yeah, but my guy has a grenade upstairs. You shoot me, you kill her. A grenade comes down, blows you up. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool, a pretty cool scene. And Bridget ultimately does kill Wilhelm. So poor baby Max will grow up fatherless.
Maximilian, yeah.
Maximilian.
I didn't like that. So, I didn't like that part because if you give your word, which, I mean, you know, it's war, and it means as much. I mean, they're lying and they have aliases, and they have this whole plan to kill, you know, the high regime and Hitler. Yeah. So I get it, but also, a man's word, a woman's word it means so much, and he was keeping his word. He said, "Fine, I just want to get home to my son and my daughter, or I'm sorry, my son and my wife. Take her and go." And you know, Brigitte, I don't know where the hell she got a gun for. I guess she just picked up off the floor or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they were
shot
all
the
over
man. I mean, it was like,
that was pretty tough.
Right.
Poor Maximilian.
Yeah.
Poor Maximilian.
Yeah. Poor him.
Well, I mean, Lieutenant Aldo makes Bridget, you know, kind of work for it pay for that because he does give her a little bit of light torturing, you know, in trying to figure out a
little bullet hole puncturing there,
finger in the bullet hole.
That shit must hurt so bad, holy hell,
be terrible, yeah.
And he was digging.
She sold it. She sold it too. She sold it. I believe that she was in pain.
I believe she was in pain as well. I can't imagine you have an open wound and somebody just shoving their finger in it. Yeah. I don't know.
You know, but so it's during this interrogation of Bridget trying to figure out what happened is when the reveal is given to us that the reason the entire thing went wrong is because Germans hold the number 3 the wrong way.
Damn. So you've decided, okay. You know, yes. I don't know if I've been a German in my past life or whatever, but I actually do 3 that way. I always have.
Get out of here.
I always have. I always go 5, 4. Oh shoot, 5, 4, and then I bring my 3, and then 2, and then 1.
Huh.
I don't know why, but I've always done. I didn't know the German thing. Shit. He's like, well, I was wrong. This seems like stupid. Like, what if this fucking bunny ear shit? Like, what is this? It does look dumb.
You know what? Maybe not. I'm thinking about it because if I'm counting, which I don't know why I'm counting. If I'm counting, I do start my thumb. So I guess if I'm counting past 2, I'm gonna end up with the
You're gonna start here. Right? Yeah.
All right.
1, 2, 3. You don't go
sorry,
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, Germany. I apologize. Gosh. Yeah, but that's a tough way to have your mission blowing up. And
yeah, but that was him.
But
that was absolutely him.
They spent the top. So here's a nitpick. They spent the top of the chapter explaining showing us how skilled Hycox is and how knowledgeable he is in German culture and cinema and all these things. And he doesn't know that
basic ass 3.
Yeah,
like, it was such a common thing among. It doesn't matter where you're from. They were like, "Yo, everyone this looks stupid. Don't do it." Yeah. And he didn't know that. He didn't see all the movies he's watched. He's never seen that. Never picked up on that. Yeah. Like I feel like he was annoyed from the drunk almost said sailor, the drunk soldier. And I think that started to throw him off his game and unravel him a little bit because he made a very obviously a detrimental mistake that was unnecessary. He had to have known that because he studied German film. Like they had to have seen that. He knew that, and he just threw it out the window and just threw up 3 fingers and almost unnecessarily. Like, why? He could have just said 3 for us. Or 3. He could have also said, I don't want to drink. Because the other guy said he didn't want to drink either. So I'm like, I'm fine. We already had our drinks here. Like, it was unnecessarily.
I've been out with 2 other guys and order drinks or someone's order around, and no one's ever said, 3 drinks, please. Fucking 3 fingers up. Like
more Ovaltine, please. Like, what the fuck? Those drinks up like that. Like, that was it was such an unnecessary part of the dialogue. Like I said, I don't know. I'm a fan because of how they shot the scene and how tight it was, the tension and the camera work. But I'm not a fan because it all unravels off of things that just was unnecessary.
I think that everything that you just listed, like the camera work, the scene, it's a whole set piece. Essentially, I think that kind of took precedent over the plot. It's very clear. I mean, it's clear. It gets. This was one of the more interesting chapters, but plot-wise, when you look at it, it's a bit soft. And a lot of things, like you said, this whole chapter actually didn't have to go down that way. It didn't have to happen at all. No. So yeah. So I guess those are our thoughts on chapter 4. So chapter 5, we're in the home stretch now, right? This is the finale. Revenge of the Giant Face.
Hey.
And it all goes down in the final chapter.
There's a giant face on the screen.
I know. So. That one was so on the nose. Well, I guess Operation Kino is on the nose. But so everything, they converge at the theater for a very fiery conclusion to this story. And
wait, before we get there. So we get our favorite guy. Who's my favorite guy here, man? You got to give me an intro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Landa. Christoph Waltz's Hans Landa immediately
Landa's
shows up.
there. There's an entire bar full of German people who have been murdered, including the bastards who are also German still themselves.
Oh wait,
except for
is this the end of chapter 4 or beginning of chapter 5? No, it started chapter 5 with this scene, right?
I don't actually have it written down.
Me neither, but I know where you are.
Or not.
Yeah, I know where you're at. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My only question, I don't want to drag it out because I know we've been talking for a minute, but my only question here is, okay, so he's there and he's this perceptive, detective, Jew hunter, whatever. He finds the high heel. He sees that Bridget was there. I'm like, okay. How is the entire plan not blown up right here? Because he knows now, and she's not there anymore. So she made it out. He knows that. So I'm like, how does he not order her to be picked up wherever the hell? She's a famous actress.
No. Oh God, I know why. I have the answer to that. I haven't
well,
answered. So
I know later why, but I just have this note here as to why it doesn't blow up right now. Like I was like, all right. So that's I put that note. Like he must want something because there's no reason for it not to blow up right here. Is all I was.
Because he could have gone and find her. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it was easy to find her. She's a famous actress. Like
they left her shoes behind. Really?
Why did they leave her shoe behind? I don't know. They left her napkin behind. Like. They had all the time. I mean, first of all, I was going to say they had all the time in the world, but also...
Well, no, because you have to assume the police is about to come.
Right,
you just shot up this place, right?
Right. Yeah, I was just about to say, at first I said they had all the time in the world, but also I was like, nah, they were shooting. Like, gunshots are loud, and it was very late. It was quiet, so, okay. They had to, like, quickly grab things.
It was underground, though.
It was underground, yeah. I don't know. I've never shot in a club underground, so I don't know. But it seemed
napkin,
like there was time.
I guess, was an easy thing to overlook. Like to remember that. Oh yeah.
Why didn't they grab the bastards, the guys who died? Like they must have not had time, because why would you not grab them? Because now you've made it known that your presence is there, and why? You have a plan to kill Hitler. Why?
Yep.
So they must have been like,
even if they had gotten the bodies out, taken his shoes, and let's say they forgot the napkin. So Landa would have known that Bridget was there, but he wouldn't have known why.
Right.
But
or maybe that was like something
there,
they got. Yeah. Right.
But I'm saying with the bastards being there, he can easily. Okay, so the bastards are here. Bridget's here. She's not. Her body isn't here. So obviously the bastards are here with Bridget. Now he doesn't know exactly why, but the bastards, they scalp Nazis. So that's not like a big leap that she's up to no good, Right. So that was a big oversight for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't grab the bodies. I don't know how she didn't remember, or somebody didn't notice she wasn't wearing a shoe. Because I guess the napkin could have been explained away, like maybe they met her earlier and they just had it with them and they were showing it off. Like there's so much things there, but with the shoe, there was clear blood on it, so it wasn't like it happened before and like she left and she forgot her shoe. Like I don't know, Cinderella. Like I don't know what happened, but like they should have grabbed the bodies. They should have grabbed the shoe. It was just, I mean, again, dum-dums. They were just dum-dums at this point. They lost the brain of the whole operation. Dum-dums.
They started making so many mistakes. I want to take some time to marvel at something here that happened, right? So it's the night of the Nation's Pride premiere. That's the name of the film.
Yeah.
So to open this scene, Tarantino hits us with a 1-minute tracking shot. You familiar with what a tracking shot is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just for our listeners who may not know, a tracking shot is where the camera literally just follows, usually it follows one subject without any breaks, any cuts. The camera is just following that person wherever they're going, and you're seeing this person the entire time.
You know who does a really good job? I'm just as a side quick, because I love it. I love it. Like some of in my brain, I am a director and I would do this all the time. But one movie that does it really, really well is actually The Conjuring.
Really?
I don't know if you've ever seen it, especially I think the second one. Like they build a lot of tension by following with one shot their subjects. Even though they're doing multiple subjects, as they pass, they pan over.
They shift
and
to the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And that's what he does in this movie, right? Yeah. Because I'm familiar with the one-ers that you're following this one person walking down a hall or, through a crime scene or through whatever. But the tracking shot starts from the balcony with Shoshanna, and then it lingers on her conversation with Zoller and Jen. So Shoshanna walks down the balcony. The camera is following her, unbroken shot. And when then it leaves her behind. She's with Zoller and Jen, and she pauses there for maybe about 10 seconds or so. The camera pauses there, I should say. And then the camera follows a female server as they walk through with some drinks on a tray. From there, the camera pans up to the balcony where there's a male server with drinks who hands some champagne to Landa. This all happens, it's about 60 seconds or so, give or take. And it was just cool, but all it did was set up the next cool camera, because he followed up with another camera trick, right? So he lingers on Landa, showing us his reaction as he looks down into the crowd. So then he leaves to go down and investigate or to greet those people. So the camera, again, still following him. And the camera only breaks when he reaches down there. And who is it? It's Brigitte with the Bastards.
Yep.
Right?
The Italian.
The Italian. Before we comment on them, he follows up immediately with another cool camera trick, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's asking her, what happened to your leg?
Yeah.
With the cast around the fucking heel.
Like, what the hell was that?
That seems so impractical and tedious. Because she got dressed and put a cast on over the shoe. So after she was dressed up in her outfit, she went to the doctor or did she apply this at home? I had so many questions about that heel cast thing, but let me stay focused, right? He's asking her about her leg. They started doing what's called an arc shot, which is when the camera circles around the subjects to help increase energy and tension of the scene. And it is circling between Landa and Brigitte. Did you notice this shot?
No, I didn't notice that part.
Oh my gosh. So this is when he's talking to her, asking her, and they're talking about, oh, she went skiing or mountain climbing or whatever.
Mountain climbing, she claims.
And
it was horrible.
It's literally circling it. And they do some zoom ins. They add some panning into it too. So at different points in time, so the camera is not just statically going around you, it's going around you, and then sometimes it zooms in on your face and then it zooms out for a wider shot. That whole sequence there, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I had to stop and pause and rewind as I wanted to see, because at first I was too busy focused on the camera. I didn't hear what they were saying, so I had to go back to listen to what they were saying. But it was such a cool shot. I really loved it. But what
I was gonna say, the part that really threw me during that scene is when, after she says, oh, she went mountain climbing, man laughs like
hysterically.
Belly
laughs.
This man was that was the best he could do. Laughed.
Oh my gosh.
That killed me. And they just had to stand there while he was laughing because they couldn't walk away.
The movie is funny, right? But it's not necessarily ha ha, slap your leg, you're in stitches funny, right? That fucking scene. And the subtitles said, do you watch the subtitles? I forgot if I asked you that. Your subtitles on.
Yeah,
person,
I watch
yes?
subtitles, yeah.
It's it says laughs hysterically, and he sold that laugh.
Deep belly laugh.
So
Man's
and it was so long.
Laugh. It was forever.
Because after he laughed, he tried to recompose himself. It was a funny scene in the movie. 100%. Yeah. I couldn't stop.
100%. Full stop. 100%. This man just couldn't believe she opened her mouth and said she was mountain climbing the day before a movie premiere.
A grand premiere. Stop.
Fell and only broke the left leg, and which he has her left shoe. So he already knows it's BS. I mean, this man laughed in her face, and she couldn't do shit. She couldn't. She just had to take it.
Watching this, you're just like, guys, you're cooked. This is done. This is over with. But let's talk about these Italians. I know you're excited to talk about the Italians. And the hand gestures.
Grazie. That man said, we'll go as your... So I don't think we covered it, but all right. So after, Lieutenant Aldo interrogates Brigitte and asks her, what happened and what the plan was. She said you guys were, they were going to be her German... one was a filmmaker or photographer or something. One is her director or his assistant, and the other one's going to be her date or whatever. So after that blows up, because the only 3 people who speak German were all in the scene together and all died, Lieutenant Aldo comes back and says, all right, well, I guess we'll escort you. So of course Bridget asked him, well, do you speak any language other than English? And of course the Americans are like, well, I speak a little Italian. He said Italian.
Italian, yeah.
And then he was like, and then the other guy, he's like, yeah, he speaks a little too. And then the other guy's like, I don't speak any. He's like, yeah, that's why you're the third guy. So I'm expecting, okay, not perfect, but something. So
not terrible.
You
weren't expecting terrible.
Not horrible. Ugh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting like fluent because that's not who they are. But I was expecting something. But I swear to God, mans, when they're being introduced, literally you said grazie and little pizza hand signals to indicate that they were Italian, and it was just like, bro, I feel so bad being an American. I was like, well, truly, that's what I said in the beginning. I'm so amazed that European countries, African countries, Asian countries could just flip back before so many different languages, and we're just over here like, hola.
Do you speak any English?
Grazie. Like bad. We literally like cartoonishly say languages, and then we're like, yep, that's all I got. When El Baño? El Baño? No? Okay, well, that's all I got.
When they met Landa, because remember Bridget was like, well, fuck. Bridget said Italian will be fine because Germans, they're not good with that accent, picking up.
Yeah, they weren't good with accents. So I was like, oh, okay.
Listen to me.
They won't be able to tell that they're actually American with speaking Italian. I thought they'd speak like fluent Italian. It was just chopped up English.
When Landa started speaking
Italian. That shit me.
He was speaking so fast the subtitles couldn't keep up. I was struggling reading the subtitles. He was going so damn fast. And I'm like, I said, this is a terrible plan and they will all die. That was my immediate thought and note after he started speaking Italian. Yeah. And when I heard, I said, this man sounds like me struggling with my Italian in Duolingo. Okay, that is how he sounded terrible. It was so bad. And as a matter of fact, I feel that every accent Brad Pitt used in the movie was terrible. Okay,
it was real bad. In fact, I think the second guy, I think was that Bear? That was Bear? Or yes. Maybe not. No. It was Bear?
No.
Either way, I think the second guy actually did speak better Italian.
It was Bear.
But, I think the second guy actually did speak better Italian, but I guess they just had to keep it to be Brad Pitt because he was the main character. But I think the second guy actually did speak a little bit more Italian than Brad Pitt and his freaking grazie and just speaking half English, half mumble. Like, the man was talking like he was having a stroke mid-conversation. It was just bad. And I was like, what the fuck? Bad. But yeah, the icing on the cake is Landa coming through and speaking fluent, flawless Italian. Like, oh, okay, but Italian. And they're just like, yep, grazie. He's like, and then I think he said C. And I was like, the fuck?
C is yes in Italian. It is.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Duolingo. Oh, okay.
I am a Duolingo. All right.
Duolingo, mister.
Ciao, Bella.
Oh, shit. Not with Ciao, Bella. Bye.
No? Okay. All right. Anyway. All right. So then after that, right, they showed us the dynamite on their leg, right? And I'm like, this is a fucking plan? So this is where... This took me out of the movie right here, right? This is when I'm like, these guys are dummies. I said, this Secret Service sucks. If they did the littlest of research, they would know that the freaking film in the cinema is highly flammable. It is a tinderbox waiting to go up in flames. You do not need to sneak in dynamite attached to your legs to burn this place down. What is going on here?
Yeah, they did not know. They did not do any research on this. As well as, unless you prep it, which, I mean, it's supposed to be a secret. They can't involve too many people. So even if they had the normal amount of film, it might not have been enough to actually blow the place down. I mean, you saw the gigantic, bundle of film that they had. I mean, who knows where it came from, if that was everything there. But I don't know if whatever was normally in there would have been enough, but I didn't understand the whole. the whole dynamite strapped to the legs. So I was like, how are you gonna get that off? Like you're in the middle of the crowd with everybody else. So then I thought,
so you know
are
what
they just
though?
killing themselves? Or
that wasn't clear to me at the beginning, but I'm like, oh, this is a suicide mission for everyone. I think everyone was planning to kill themselves in this mission, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
If you
I can't see Lieutenant
Hitler,
Aldo.
would you? I mean,
yeah, I can't see Aldo trying to kill himself for the mission, but I don't. Hey, we don't know. We don't know anything about this guy because they didn't show us. But now we're in another. Listen, Christoph Waltz. He's amazing, no matter like where he at in the movie. But you put him in the room with one other person, he is going to just act circles around you and just make you feel like you're not even a part of this scene. You don't even have to say anything. You just have. I feel like if I'm in a scene with Christoph Waltz, he's gonna win a fucking Oscar for it. All I have to do is just sit there and just be like amazed, and he's gonna just carry the entire scene. You know, not saying now he was in it with Diane Kruger. Like it was not like she wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, no, she's not.
But
she's not.
Just like he brings
no
him
one
in.
by no means.
Yeah, exactly. He brings him in, and he has her sit down. He says, "Put your leg on my lap," and she's like, no, that's inappropriate." And he does this thing where he points his finger on his fucking lap and his knee.
Yep.
He doesn't repeat himself. He just points like, "Put it here," and she has no choice but to comply. And he takes off her shoe, and she's trying to play into the bitch. She said, "Oh my gosh, like what are you doing? This is inappropriate." And he says to her, "Reach into my jacket pocket. That's the jacket's on the chair. Reach into my jacket pocket and hand me what's in there." The look of her face when she
finally touches it,
oh my gosh,
and realizes what it is. Which,
and,
how did you? Go ahead.
I know, right? But to cap that scene off, because her shock and her knowing like this is it, I'm done. That look was plenty to make that a great scene. What made it an excellent scene was the knowing nod that Landa.
The smile and nod. I have that written down. Like he looked at you like, "I got you."
Yeah,
I got you. It was you're done. That was it. Man. You didn't have to say a word. You're like, "I got you." Like perfect fit.
Yeah.
He's like,
if the shoe fits, you must wear it.
Yeah, he said, "What's the American? If the shoe fits, you must wear it." I was
that's not quite
okay.
It. Yeah.
That's not it at all. But I mean, close enough. I thought he was gonna say if the glove don't fit, you mustn't quit. I'd have died if he
doesn't
said
work. That definitely doesn't work. That's an anachronism.
I'd have died though if he had said it. Man, freaking.
But yeah, so she asked him, "So what's next?" How did he answer that question?
This man did a flying leap of faith and just wrapped his hands around her throat and proceeded to strangle the life out of her. Yeah. And literally, we mean the life out of her. And, it was, he was happy to do it. I think he was, he was happy to do it. I mean, which I don't... I mean, I don't know. I don't know German laws and, what can and cannot be done while war is going on. Yeah. But I mean, she still was a German, citizen. And again, and a celebrity as well. But I mean, treason is met by death, even for us as well, or supposed to.
And it was treason. That's what it was.
It was 100% treason, for sure. So, he took matters into his own hands, but... literally, but he didn't even shit. The man, before you even could blink, his hands were around her throat and she was losing her life, and that was just that was the end of her.
I was like, wow, it was so sudden, and then after that, Aldo was immediately captured. I don't know what he was out there taking her. What was he doing? What do you think was happening?
What was he doing? That tripped me up. I'm like, this person...
You don't need Bridget anymore. You're already inside. Go do the mission. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. He was just standing out there. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they were actually sitting in seats. I don't know why. And they were like in the middle seats somewhere. They finally reveal why they were sitting there, eventually. But I don't know why. When they saw those seats, oh, we gotta go to the bathroom real quick or something. Like, I don't know what the deal was, but it was just bad or whatever. You know, something else that I thought about just now as well, and we didn't talk about it, but initially Stiglitz was supposed to be part of the three-man crew. Mm-hmm. Isn't Stiglitz too well known for that? Like, he was known for murdering officers.
Right. Yeah.
Like, how was he gonna walk into a room full of high-ranking officers who probably know what he looks like?
You're absolutely right. Landa recognized his corpse on sight when he went to the bar. He recognized him on sight.
Right. Exactly. Oh, here's Stiglitz, because they weren't wearing no name tag. So here you go. So I mean, the whole plan was just. I mean, you had to use him because he was German and he spoke German. So okay. But
he did no speaking though. He barely spoke.
He didn't have to speak. He didn't have to speak. No, but yeah, I just thought about that. I was like, even if they made it out of the bar, they would have been immediately thwarted when this man tried to walk through the door.
Yeah,
like
Landa would have been like,
immediately recognized.
Can you guys arrest that traitor, please? Like Landa would have immediately said that. Like, arrest that guy.
Yeah,
like, he can't be here.
It was bad. It was bad. The plan was bad.
So Aldo gets captured and he's transported to a secondary location, and he headbutts the shit out of him. I don't know why I'm always down for a good headbutt.
His damn nose. He hit him hard as hell.
But after that, right, I'm like, when did BJ Novak join the movie?
Oh, wait.
I'm so serious. When did BJ Novak join the movie?
I don't know.
But that's who was captured who was in the truck with him, with Aldo. Are you following me, or I feel like I'm confusing you?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. No, there's only 3 of them.
It was 3 of them that walked into the theater, the cinema with Bridget, right?
Right.
Aldo gets captured and he gets taken to the secondary location and he's sitting down with Landa speaking. It's not just the 2 of them. There's another guy with them. He's not one of the 2 guys that are inside the theater about to blow it up. It's BJ Novak.
I don't know. I think I thought it was one of the guys from inside the theater. But then no, you're right. They're still in there shooting up people.
There's still 2 guys in there. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I promise you he was not in this whole movie. I don't know why. It was very distracting. Listen to me. I watched The Office. It's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Yeah, you do kind of reference
I know who BJ Novak is. I know what he looks like and what he sounds like. I promise you, I did not see BJ Novak for the prior hour and 40 minutes, hour or 2 hours I was watching that movie. All of a sudden, he's in the last scene. And I was like, where did you come from, dude? So I almost wanted to rewatch the movie just for that, because I had to have missed him earlier.
Yeah, he must have been like in the intro when they were doing the kind of who's who when they were first scalping
probably
Nazis. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So anywho, so they have this sit down and Landa is trying to try out more of his shoe expressions, like the shoe is on the other foot, and he sits down. He sits them down. He pours them all a glass of I think it was brandy, but their hands are handcuffed behind of them. Did you just catch that? I'm like, why are you pouring this? Why are you fucking with these guys, man? They can't drink this. You know, it's like you can't drink
again,
this.
It's still a power move. He's still like, yo, I still got you guys.
It is. So he tries to cut it. Speaking of power, he tries to cut a deal with them, which that caught me off guard. I thought that was unexpected, but very interesting for the twist of the movie.
Yep. I literally have a note that said, that's why.
Yeah.
Because I had so many questions, like, why did he immediately arrest her? Why didn't he immediately arrest them? Why did he wait? Why did he keep them captured? Because everybody else, he's killed. Like, he killed Bridget. He could have killed Lieutenant Aldo and I guess the other 2 who were there. And then I guess BJ Novak was in there as well for whatever reason. So he could have killed those people. So it was just like, he has no problem just firing, so it didn't make any sense. And then I have a note like, that's why. And wants to cut a deal. He sees the writing on the wall, which At that point in the war,
smart.
Makes sense.
And that's when my head started like spinning and like connecting dots and stuff. And I'm like, okay, Landa, he this is not all happen. He was prepared for this. He was prepared for this deal, you know. And I'm gonna come back, but we kind of have to shift because we go back. So now we're going back and forth between these guys and what's happening in the cinema. And for some reason, I was like, why are there no guards in the lobby of the cinema? The Fuhrer is there. Why are these two able to just run around, sneaking around the whole cinema, while the Fuhrer, like, I didn't understand that. Like, they snuck to the bathroom and to that the box seat or whatever very easily.
I mean, they had the two guards guarding the actual box, but yeah, it didn't make sense. It didn't have much more. I mean, they were all there to watch the movie, I guess, but yeah, it didn't make sense that there was much more security there, essentially. Like, it really didn't make sense, but I don't know. I guess they assumed it was German night and everybody loved them and nothing would happen. So
hubris, hubris.
Sure. Yeah,
that works. So around this point in time, there's when I'm realizing, I'm like, oh, everybody's sacrificing themselves. Because I even thought Shoshanna and Marcel were gonna set the fire and bounce. I didn't think that they were expecting to be a part of of this whole thing. So Zoller decides he can't. I don't know. It was weird. Zoller was giving weird vibes. He's watching himself kill all the Jews and stuff in the movie, and he looked visibly uncomfortable. And I don't know if it was uncomfortable in the sense like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these. It took away all these lives, or if it was, I'm just uncomfortable because everybody is the same way. Like, you don't like receiving a compliment, He's like, this is too much for me. I was a little uncertain, but then he went. Well, do you have a take on that? What do you think it was?
Yeah, I bounced around between either, maybe he's just realizing, or it really didn't happen and he's just taking credit because sometimes you need that kind of lore, that kind of story for other soldiers and other people to still believe in the cause. But at this point, you're kind of winding down on the war, so
true.
It kind of like I kind of felt like it didn't happen, or maybe he did kill a person or two, but not. They said he murdered like 100 people from a freaking eagle's nest. Like, okay, like, okay. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. But
that's a good take on it. A good spirit.
One or two turns into 100 when you're telling war stories, and especially when you're trying to make a point.
We're dealing with propaganda too, right? So what's a little exaggeration? So that makes sense.
Yeah, like, this hero killed 100 Jews. Oh, we have to do more. Like, I think it was more a morale thing, and it didn't actually happen. So he was kind of like young until he started tripping, but he was kind of younger and kind of like, I don't know, a little. I don't want to say naive. He wasn't naive, but yeah, there was something there that just made him like, this isn't necessarily the world for him, but he's handsome looking, tall, white, a soldier.
He's good at it.
He's good at it, so it's just like he just got chosen and he just kind of had to ride with it. But it was a weird reaction of, I gotta leave. But the Dr. Gobbles agreed. He's like, I understand. I was like, do you?
Yeah.
What do you understand?
That was weird. I didn't understand that line at all either.
Right.
Maybe he was like, go outside. Yeah, and that's right. And get ahead of the rush of people leaving to come get out. I don't know. It was a weird line. I didn't get it. But no, he didn't do that. He went up to go harass Shoshanna, and this man cannot take no for an answer.
He dropped the good boy act immediately. He was like, listen, I'm tired of this shit.
Well, he took some bullets instead, and I was like, all right. I was like, good, you got him. And Shoshanna dropped her guard, and he lit her ass up. I yelled. I was devastated.
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was
Not
so
Shoshanna.
mad. Not because yeah, she's a good character, and yes, killing her. I was just like, she planned so, and again, you didn't plan for him to come up, so okay, fine.
Yeah.
But oh my god, how many, especially as a movie watcher, how many times have we watched a bad guy, been shot, been dead, and then pop back up? And I'm just like, why are you approaching his body?
Yeah.
What are you gaining? Like, keep firing or keep doing what you're doing. Like, why are you, like, now he's point blank shooting her in the stomach. I'm like, shit, ain't nothing you can do after that.
She was going to have to leave through that. Was she going to kill herself or not? Was she going to kill herself or not? Like set herself on fire too, or was she planning to leave? What do you think?
I don't know what she was doing, because they set the fire behind the screen. And
because I don't think Marcel got out of there. Or you think he got out?
I think he might have, because he threw a cigarette in it, and he could have bounced. But I don't think that she was gonna sacrifice herself. I think she was gonna get out of there too. So she would have had to. Because at that point, I don't know why she was even up there. Because she did it. Okay, now I can't tell. I can't remember now exactly.
The film was already set to go off. She didn't have to be up there.
Okay. So yeah. All right. Yeah. It was gonna change anyway. So
correct.
I really don't know what she was doing up there at that point. Like, why she didn't leave. Yeah. Because they already had changed, like you said, they already had changed it so that the fourth film had the splice in it, and it was on that part. So, she just wanted to watch the horror of it happening.
Did she have to change the reel to the fourth reel?
That's right. I think
maybe that's what she was doing, and before she could, I think she only went up to do that, and Zoller interrupted her before she could leave.
Right. That's fine.
She went up to change the reel. I think that's what it was.
Right.
But luckily, her movie does go off, and the entire theater gets to see her movie, and it was very serious. It was very dramatic. However, she does end it with an evil laugh. And I was like, what the fuck? Like picturing her in that dark corridor with Marcel. And my note is, I wonder how many takes it took for her to get that evil laugh just right. Did she go too? And it's like, hey, too much. Bring it back, baby girl.
Way too much. Way too much.
And she's like, nope, that's too subdued.
Not enough. Gotta give me some more.
So I'm just wondering how many. I feel the laugh would have been the one thing where it's like that's not quite right. But we'll never know.
But she gets her revenge. She gets her. You've been murdered by a Jew. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But yeah, the greatness is just all these little things happening that just kind of unravel. So so Hitler dies, of course, but no one really gets their happily ever after of seeing it actually happen. Once she got shot in the stomach, there's way too much vital organs for us to survive this at this point. So
yeah, and the fire would have reached upstairs by then too. I don't think, when you say happy, because that was one of the things I was left with as well, right? The happy endings, the outcome of this, but something like that cause, you're not doing that. You're not doing that for yourself. You're doing that for the next person, for everyone else. It reminds me of, you don't watch Star Wars, man. Andor. That's what happened in Andor. Where he talks about there's this scene where he talks about taking up the weapons of his enemy, and fighting for a sunrise you'll never see, and missions like this is what you're doing. You're fighting for a sunrise that you will never see, because it's not about you, but it's about you knowing that you set up the next person, the next generation, some other family individual to be able to. So I don't think, that's why I think that they all were going to kill themselves. Not kill themselves, but go down with the ship, and blow themselves up or go down in a fire. I think they were all planning to do that. That's where I settled, at least, We have to go back to Landa. He's talking to CIA, Secret Service, whoever, general or director or something, and he's making crazy demands. He asked for a Medal of Honor. That is wild.
The man said he set up the whole plan himself. Which, hey,
wild. Fair. Very wild.
Hey, if you don't ask for it, ask for it. And a piece of land from Rhode Island, right? Or something like I think it was Rhode Island.
Yes. Some
place he said actually Medal of Honor for everybody.
You give him like a wink, like, hey,
We work together on this. So I was like, all right, bro.
So the movie ends with so the general, whoever in the army in the American side, tells Aldo, hey, we're gonna accept the demands. You're gonna travel outside the border with Landa, and then switch places with him and bring him in as your prisoner. Yeah. And Aldo says, cool. He goes out there. He kills the other dude because Landa, for whatever it's worth, he negotiated for someone else's freedom too, or asylum as well.
Yeah.
Aldo kills that dude, and he goes ahead, and the movie ends with him marking Landa on the forehead with the swastika so that he could never hide. How do you feel about that ending?
First, before we go too far, I think that I want to make it clear. I don't know if we did or not, but so I have it in my note. I was like, I have in my note, oh, so the plan is thwarted? And then I said, oh, I guess not. Because, like you said, the guys are still there. The theater's on fire. Everyone's screaming. The guys burst into the box office and absolutely light up Hitler to the point where he's, essentially not recognizable.
It almost felt like killing him was an afterthought, though. Did you get that vibe?
Right.
Well,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they did come back and do what you said, where they focused on shooting him up,
Yeah,
but,
they did shoot him up.
He was already dead, though. Yeah.
I don't.
Because they came in, they did shoot him, and then they were shooting down into the crowd.
Yeah, they were shooting the crowd up.
They did turn back their attention towards Hitler, and then light opened up on him some more, I feel.
Yeah.
That's what I remember happening, at least.
Yeah. So they so somehow both plots did what they were supposed to do, which was kill the high regime as well as high-ranking officers as well as Hitler and all this stuff. They were able to lock them up in the theater. There's nowhere to go. They got a 35 millimeter nitrate film just going off like crazy. Yeah. They got several bombs planted all over the place. We see here now at this point now that Landa has negotiated his own freedom and or not a freedom, asylum to the U.S. That he grabbed the bomb from Lieutenant Aldo and planted it by the foot of Hitler and stuff like that. So he was guaranteeing that he was definitely gonna die or whatever. So we did have that. So plan, I guess. It did work out, even though it was a horrible plan, but it worked. Like Shoshanna's plan was much better. And it was
really good.
It was
successful. Yeah.
It was successful.
It went exactly the way she wanted it to go.
Yeah, the only thing that threw it was, the young soldier coming to bother her. And so she ended her life there. Whether or not she was planning to just go down with the theater or not entirely sure. I think they had a clear getaway. Okay. Aside from
that's possible too.
The fact that because they weren't nowhere near the actual theater, they're sitting up top. So I think they had a clear getaway. Because everybody's everybody's inside for whatever reason. Like you said, there was no guards anywhere.
So in your mind, Marcel survived and he's out there alone and grieving Shoshanna's death.
For sure.
Okay.
He flicked his light and left. She was just watching for a second. I was supposed to leave. Homeboy came up there and thwarted her plan. So now, poor myself. Anyway, so back to the ending where he negotiates his. I mean, it was a fitting ending. It was. I mean, that's what the bastards do. They either scout Nazis or whoever's a survivor, they get marked up, and they marked him up. So there's no way he can ever hide, and he's gonna take off that uniform at some point, and he's got the Medal of Honor, and he's got land, and he's gonna build this life. But unless he grows his hair in some weird bang way every time they see him, they're like, "Yo, you a Nazi? There's nothing you can do. You can't get away from it." I mean, it was just fitting to the rest of the movie. But it also was abrupt. I mean, at this point, we're at like 2 minutes and 2 hours and 30 minutes or something. So it's super long. So, but it also was just kind of abrupt. Like,
I felt that way too. I agree.
Carve, black.
Bye.
Like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean,
I've been kind of hinting at or teasing at this kind of theory that I have with Landa, right? And in chapter 5, right, it shows us chaos and the plan falling apart, in part because of Landa's like shrewd detective skills, but also because the bastards are idiots. I'm sorry, they're not good at their job, really. But Landa was able to deduce the plot and make his own scheme on the fly to capitalize on the situation and to gain his own freedom once the war was over, right?
Yeah,
because
started right on the wall for sure.
What you talked about with the dynamite, with him finding it on Aldo, and as an insurance policy, putting it in Hitler's box, just in case, for it to go either way. Either, and he laid it out. He said either, I make a call and let them know there's a bomb, the place is evacuated, and everything continues. Or you give me these demands, I get my freedom, and from the German regime. Because he said that he's like, I'm a contractor. Did you see that when he distanced himself from the Nazism? When he was speaking with Aldo, he was like, yeah, I'm not really, I guess I am. I'm out here hunting Jews and stuff, but I'm doing a job. And the job is over, But going back to chapter 3, right? He served Shoshanna milk. And that makes me think that he knew who the hell she was from the jump. And I think he wanted to see how things would play out. I think his plotting started from then. From the time he met her, he knew who she was. Because that milk, the milk is so specific. He ordered milk at the farm. And he didn't order milk for himself. He ordered milk for her. He gave her a glass of milk to drink while they were in that diner in chapter 3. And I think that was part of that psychological, especially, and I feel even more strongly about this when you just revealed to me about the strudel with the cream and how that was a test to see her heritage and her culture, if she was Jewish or not. I'm even more convinced he knew who she was. He didn't know what she was up to or what was going on, and I think he wanted to see what would happen. Back to your question about why he let her go in the beginning, he's just like, let's see what happens here. But with her coming back, I think he found that very interesting and fascinating. I think he's a man that's like, coincidences aren't a thing, and for this girl to show up 4 years later, he wanted to see what was going to happen. And I think he was going to try and figure out if he can get her out, the same out to get out of the whole Nazi party. I think he was going to see if he could have, an opportunity would have arisen then. But then when he stumbled upon the Bastards and Bridget's and their bullshit plan, he decided to go with that route instead and follow that path to gain his asylum. That's what I think happened, So
that's a good theory. I like it. I like it. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair statement. It definitely, especially with the milk and especially with the cream and the strudel, it definitely makes sense. That's a, he might have seen exactly, because I was wondering that too. Like I wondered if they were like pictures, because he had kind of like a file on the whole family and ages and stuff like that. He's like, let me confirm these details or whatever. So I was wondering if there's pictures and stuff in there.
Yeah, of course. He's not, what we learned from him in the movie, he doesn't ask questions he doesn't know the answer to.
That's true.
Very rarely does he do that. He already knows what the answer is. He's looking to see what you're going to say to him, right? But remember when he went to that bar after the show, he saw the dead bodies on sight. Oh, that's Stiglitz. Oh, he even knew the red shirt. His name is Wilhelm also. He knew that guy's name. We know nothing about that guy. He knew who that guy was. Oh, these guys were with the Bastards.
Yeah.
I don't think he was out there hunting the Dreyfuses and not knowing what they looked like.
Probably.
I don't think so. You know? So yeah, he knew about her the entire time. That's what I believe. 100%.
I could buy that. I could also buy he just stumbled upon or either that or he maybe had a little bit of inkling, but definitely by the time he got to the bar and everybody's dead there, he knew what was going on and somebody was going to make an attempt and he needs to figure out how can he position himself best to now survive after this part is over, because now he's known as the Jew hunter. That is it.
Yes.
And so he can't stay in Europe because he cannot stay there. Everybody knows that. So he has to go elsewhere, which where else are you going to go but America or US or whatever. So yeah. So I think he saw the writing on the wall at that point. The war is like dwindling down and he's just like, well, if I help you kill him, what you going to do for me? Which is an excellent next step. I mean, what else are you gonna do? So I mean, you gotta self-preserve. The other thing I thought that it was weird, like I understand he did negotiate for the radio operator guy to also be free of his war crimes, but I also was like, why did he care so much about that guy? And that's just me thinking it had nothing to do, but it was that was like the most reaction he's had the entire movie was this man dying, and I was like, why? I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree.
But all right, so
you want to score this thing?
Let's score it. Let's score it.
All right, plot and writing. What do you got for that?
I got plot. Oh damn, I'm still singing. I'm gonna stop that. You're gonna have to go first because I have to find my notes.
Okay. I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8. Actually before we started recording, I had it as a 9 and I dropped it down to an 8 because you did bring up some things and it made me think about it some more. So I gave it an 8. Chapter 1 was amazing. It was almost perfect. That could be like a little mini film, in and of itself. And it did a great job setting the tone, but the stuff with the bastards, the movie's called Inglourious Basterds. This shit should have been called Hans Landa. I'm sorry. Like, the bastards, man, they didn't really do shit in the goddamn movie aside from being in it. They died like right away. We spent so much time in chapter 2 learning about them, and it really wasn't for anything,
Yeah. So,
and then you brought up other plot points. I really like chapter 4. It was very exciting I have here, but you're right. It didn't need to happen, So I give it an 8.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.5 actually. So I went in the middle. Okay. I went in the middle. For those exact reasons. What? Oh, fine. 8.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. I put it down. I mean, I can put the number in. It's fine.
Because I was just in the middle of it's really great storytelling, but there were just some of the plot holes, or some of the plot was just like, why? Yeah. Why did this happen? Like, everything's great up until this one mistake, and it just didn't make sense. Well, multiple mistakes, but it just didn't make sense. So, and then, like you said, also, some parts of it did drag a bit. Mm-hmm. So, it wasn't just like full throttle the whole time, which can be cool, but also, I mean, you fell asleep on certain points, so
I did, yeah.
So that does say a lot about it, but definitely a lot was said without a lot being said, and that's just amazing storytelling. So
agreed.
Kudos to Tarantino because he wrote it and directed as well.
For acting and casting, I have a 9.
Solid 9, and
same?
You know why. Solid 9, yes, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about why is it not a 10 for you? We've talked a lot about Christoph Waltz. Tell me why it's not a 10 for you.
I don't know. I feel like
I know exactly why.
Oh, okay. I feel like for me, for an actor acting to be a 10, I have to be emotionally moved. Like, I was just moved by his brilliance, which is great, but I don't feel like I was emotionally moved in this story. So for me, that's why he does not get a 10 for me.
Okay. Well, it's not just for him. It's not an ensemble cast. It's a lot of people.
I don't care about anybody else.
Okay. Well, so and that leads into why I don't have it higher. I love what you said, but in addition to, I'm gonna add to what you said, Brad Pitt, he was just fine in the movie. Just fine.
You know what?
He's billed so high.
I'm gonna let you go, but I think you're gonna say what I'm about to say. So go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So for me, his accents were not great. I don't think he had a lot of heavy lifting to do in the movie. I don't think he had the most memorable scenes in the movie. And I talked about the scarring and the backstory stuff that we didn't get. I don't know if they cut that stuff out, but Brad Pitt didn't do a lot in the movie. He really didn't. You know, he's like, I think he's a protagonist. He's like the main character. He's like the star of the movie or whatever. He's not. Christoph Waltz is. And I just thought Brad Pitt was fine. Like everyone, Dan Kruger was better. Fassbender was better, more interesting, although he only had one scene essentially. My biggest gripe is that Fassbender and Waltz never shared a scene. That would have been fun to watch. But yeah, Pitt didn't really add a lot to the movie. I don't know. What were you gonna say?
And I'm gonna add to that. I don't think Brad Pitt is that great of an actor. Ooh. Like, I know. He has some very good movies. You know, he has some very, very good movies. But I don't think Brad Pitt has ever made me feel that emotion, except for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. That movie does get me in the feels, but I don't think it's probably his best acting job.
It's probably his best acting job.
I don't think it's him though. I think it's what's the woman? What's her name?
Kate Blanchett.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes. I think Kate Blanchett, and especially once she starts getting into, she's older and he's turned into a young man and then a teenager, and she's watching the love of her life die. That part, and then, you know, when he finally dies as a baby, I think her pain is what really drives me in that movie. Like, he's fine in the movie, and you know, he's fine. I don't think Brad Pitt is that great of a movie. He just gets really good roles. Fight Club is an amazing movie.
Let's look at some of his movies, right?
Oh, okay.
Fight. No. I mean, you were just trying to do that. So yeah, Fight Club, right?
Fight Club is an amazing movie. But again, is it him or is it Norton?
Norton, right? I get 7, another great movie, but is that him or is that Freeman?
There you go. 7 is a really good movie, but is it him? Is it Freeman? Yes. Let me see what else we got here.
You have Bullet Train. Bullet Train is an ensemble cast. That's not even a serious movie, so it's a fun movie. I did like Bullet Train. I did. I did too. I did. It's a fun movie, but it's not asking him to do anything to make me. Yeah. You know. No. Mr. and Mr. Smith is another fun movie, so who cares? You know.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it was just their chemistry on camera, which translated to them, you know, their life after the movie was done, you know. But
Ocean's
their chemistry.
Movie? That's George Clooney.
Ocean movies are good, but also a huge ensemble with some really big names. So it wasn't him by himself. Moneyball is good, but
I did not see Moneyball. Actually.
You didn't see it? Yeah. Okay. I like Moneyball, but it's not asking a lot of him. It's just
and that's what I'm saying. Same thing with this movie. It did not ask a lot of Brad Pitt. It really didn't. And I'm like, can you ask a lot of? So did you see F1? That's his newest movie, his latest movie.
No, I didn't see it. I wanted to, but I didn't see it.
I watched it. Only reason I watched it was because Damson Idris was in it. I love me some Damson Idris. You know, he's really good. Young black actor, up and coming. Yeah. He was amazing in Snowfall. I heard about F1. I was like, Brad Pitt. Okay, cool, whatever. When I saw Damson Idris was in, I said, I gotta watch this movie because I want.
Did
Damson
he make a
Idris.
Movie? Did he make the movie instead of Brad Pitt? Because I didn't see
it. Yes. I mean, for me, yes. Like Brad Pitt was just doing Brad Pitt things. He was just being Brad Pitt in the movie as he usually does, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you have Meet Joe Black, but you have Anthony Hopkins in there, another excellent actor.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that good. He's attractive. He's blonde. He's tall. He's not an idiot. So, he can be in a movie and, drag a big name, but I don't think he's that great of an actor personally, and that's just me. So
I'm trying to see what did he win? He has 2 Oscars.
What? No, he doesn't. What do you win an Oscar for? You better stop playing with me.
He has 2 Academy Awards. He has 2 Golden Globes. He has 2 Emmys. Okay, so I have his thing here. So he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in 12 Monkeys. He was nominated for Best Actor in Curious Case of Benjamin Button and in Moneyball, but he didn't win for any of those. He was nominated. He won a producer credit for 12 Years a Slave, and he won Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But even that's a supporting actor award.
Yeah, he wasn't the main guy. I don't have to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because I didn't know it was that good. I mean, you got 2 big names in there, but
that doesn't mean it was good.
I mean, it generally is good.
These award, I don't know. Award stuff is weird, but the thing is, I think what we're saying is he is billed as an A-list actor. He's an A-list actor, but I mean, he's only been, look what he's been nominated for in all these movies he's in, and what he's won. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Our next category is production, cinematography, and visuals. What did you give that category?
Yeah, that's I'm halving it. I went to 9.5 out of 10. I'm going high.
So 9.5, or are you giving it a 10?
Oh, do I gotta do whole numbers or fine?
No. What do you want? No, I said, do you want to do 9.5, or what did you want?
9. 9.
9. Okay.
You threatened me. I'm gonna say 9.
I did not threaten you. Gosh. I give. You see, I have the benefit of looking at our chart, the whole spreadsheet. That's not good. I got to change something. I give Predator a 9 for their production and cinematography.
Oh my god.
You did too, though. You did too.
Oh my god.
We gotta reduce that
because we gotta level. I know
scaling. Our power scaling.
As we see more and more better movies, we're like, that's a 9.
That was the best movie we had seen though up until then. Now this is so because I have an 8. I have an 8 on this.
Okay.
For that.
Oh, you put Predator above.
I can't. No, that's what I'm saying. I scored it without looking at the older scores. Now that I'm seeing the older scores, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we got a level set for sure at some point.
Yeah. So I will also put a 9, and we have to go back and redo that Predator score. Anyway, next is music and sound.
Yeah, I get that a 7.
A 7. Oh, I did too. I forgot what I
thought it was very good.
Surprised. I was surprised at my score. Yeah, I have a 7 as well.
Yeah, you looked at it like you can't read it. I'm like, bro, what? But I gave it a 7.
What do you do for cultural impact? This is my hardest category here. I actually don't have a score yet, so
I don't have a score either. I did not score cultural impact. I was gonna let you
talk me into it.
No, I didn't score that either.
It's a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. It's not something you hear about, really.
No, you're not gonna. You're not. I doubt you're rewatching it. Mm-hmm. You might watch clips from it. I could see you watching a lot of clips, on YouTube, shorts from it or whatever. But to rewatch the whole movie, you're probably not doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's very high on the cultural. Everybody knows Hitler's bad. You don't need a movie in which he dies to know that, So
yeah,
I don't know. 3?
3? Did you say 3 just now?
I did say 3. Yeah.
Oh, you said that at the same time. All right, 3 it is.
Solid 3 works. Yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay. Not bad. Final closing thoughts on the movie.
I think that again. you have to hats off to Waltz and what he was able to bring about. I mean, according to what I researched, he was literally the reason why Tarantino finally did the movie, produced the movie, directed the movie. I don't know if he produced it, but definitely directed it, and of course he wrote it. So it essentially just launched him into Hollywood, and his several follow-ups with Tarantino, with Django Unchained and the Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah. Yes.
Which I absolutely love. The Hateful Eight. Like, oh my God. Love that movie. Either way, so yeah, excellent. It was a nice little take on, what if that had happened, but I mean, at that point, again, it was almost the end of the war, so all the atrocity? No.
Atrocities, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Atrocities, thank you, had already happened. So, I mean, people were already murdered. So, I mean, cool, but, it'd have been cool if it happened in 1940 versus 1945. But, I think it was a nice little, like, satirical version of what would have happened if someone had plotted to kill Hitler and actually succeeded. It was a nice little callback that Shoshanna was the one who took him out. I wish that she had got to...
Yes, I know what you're going to say. No, go ahead.
I wish she had got to actually kill Landa instead of... Hitler too, but yeah. But, she got her revenge in a different way.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, very good movie.
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the movie more than I thought I would, to be honest. The movie, it does ask for you to give it all your attention, unless you're multilingual. But I don't know if a movie that is ultimately a comedy and a satirical take on World War II, I don't know if it should demand that much of your audience. It's asking for you to sit there and just be glued to the TV. I think that's a big ask for what this movie is. I talked about how the third chapter does slow down. It could be hard to follow and hold your attention because of there's no English in it, So those are the detractors for the movie. My detractors for the movie. Christoph Waltz, though, we haven't. I don't think we can say enough about him. He's just amazing. He was amazing in the movie. He made it enjoyable. He made it worth the watch. I would reconsider rewatching the movie just because of him in it, and that's a big deal, especially with all the negatives I just said about it. I do wish that Shoshanna and him had one final encounter, because essentially after that scene in chapter 3, they never really
see each other again. I mean, he might have watched her because he knew who she was, or at that point.
Yeah, I guess he saw her in chapter 5.
So he probably saw her, but they didn't get to interact and have any more tension of "I know who you are."
Yeah. So that to me, that's a big miss, and to me that's a big could have been a big emotional scene as well, and that was kind of missed out on. It was a fun watch. I probably won't watch it again just because of it's kind of a chore to watch. But I did enjoy the movie, and I would, if someone's never seen it, I would recommend they watch it. I thought it was a good movie.
All right.
That was our real talk and banter on Inglourious Basterds. Thank you all for joining us. And I promise the people we will get the intro, the exit, the outro right. And I guess it's not going to happen in episode 4. See ya, everyone.
Giving me my Nazi scalps. I don't know. I cannot do this Tennessee accent that he was doing. Like, I can't even pretend. Like, let me see. Bring me my Nazi scalps.
What? No, that was that like some bad Italian in there? What was that? You started off and then no, that's not it. That's not it.
Grazie.
Grazie. Mille amici.
Hey.
That's not even a word.
Mozzarella.
Can we stop the recording now, please?
Yeah, we can.
All right.